Not shot. So we're going to continue with the hit manual, and specifically today we've got a warning section here, and it's called pulling. So this is obviously probably the first time that anyone watching this has actually heard this term, but we'll get through it. So problems in your shots will come from pulling on the club head. Any instruction that teaches your body begins the downswing is teaching pulling. Now we see that everywhere, honestly. And Andy over here also sees it. This would be the body pulling the hands and the club head down through the ball. When your hands are the source of motion, you can push. So can you just show us what would be an example of pulling the club down through the ball? You don't actually have to hit it, but just show us.
Yeah, I guess it
body-wise.
Feels a bit weird now going back to what I used to do, but it's it's not your hands that are doing it, it's your whole body, so it's like...
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Trying to transfer your weight.
Yeah.
Trying to move.
Swaying.
Move the hips and turn the upper part of the body left as fast as you can while hanging on to, quote unquote, the club. So what would be the difference then to that? What would be slightly different to that than the opposite?
I think the easiest way or my viewpoint on it would be swinging a sledgehammer and kind of hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of demolition work when I was younger, and there's a very big difference to just kind of striking something. And if you spent all days pulling a sledgehammer, you wouldn't be able to go back and do it the next day because your back and all your muscles would feel it.
Right.
Big time.
And I mean, let's face it, even though the golf club doesn't weigh anything like a sledge,
no.
After you've hit 120 shots, you're going to feel something.
Yeah. So when I started in the centre, obviously hadn't been through the Croker system and understanding push versus pull, and actually injured myself quite badly.
Oh wow!
Tearing muscles in ribs and all that kind of stuff.
Ah.
And it was that whole, just a lot of effort for not much power.
Right.
So getting to a point now where you can feel it, and by no means am I up here. I'm getting there, and I'm starting to feel the push and the hit more. The effect it has on my body is just ridiculous. Like it's truly effortless power.
I didn't know that about your stomach muscles and stuff being ripped.
Yeah, constant physio trips and whatnot. So
I honestly think that it's probably, if it's not 80%, it's 85, close to 90% of the golfers have some issue. Yeah. Something. And then you're going to say?
I was just about to say, it's interesting now going through the manual and then going and playing golf with people that you've been playing golf with your whole life, basically, and knowing that most of these people, yes, they're good at times, but they're pulling on the club, and you can see it in their body. And it's very hard to explain to them. You should be trying to hit and push rather than pull and swing, essentially.
We can actually set you up with sending them they can download a free workbook on it.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, great. I think that's a good point. And then you've got some of the greatest players that we have right now have entire body routines, including massage, physiotherapy, ice baths, heat, trying to maintain some kind of semblance of a golf swing as much as possible. But there are times when they're completely out.
Yeah.
And they're trying to fix and repair what's been damaged. So, okay, good. So there's definitely something here to learn. So when your hands are the source of motion, you can push.
Yeah.
So that's as opposed to the body itself. So this is consistent with all other sports, such as tennis serve, basketball shot, a punch in boxing, a hockey shot, hitting a baseball, or pitching a baseball for that matter. Should golf be any different?
No.
When pitching a baseball, the ball is behind you and you are trying to throw it forward. The pitcher doesn't think about pulling the ball into him and then pushing it out from him. The pitcher isn't just holding onto the ball and allowing the body to throw it forward. The pitcher is throwing it, which is a pushing action, the ball with his hand, and as a natural response to all this, his body moves to support this action. The body may even seem to make the first move, but it is the hands that have dictated any such motion. Over to you. What do you got to say about that?
Well, it's true. I mean, at the end of the day, I think, and just as you were saying, I think, you know, throwing things has a unique advantage in the fact that since we were all this big, we probably started throwing things. Hence why if you're that big and you pick up a golf club, you're probably pretty good at it by now and you're already throwing it. It's interesting when you get to the point of remaining static and, you know, watching Croaks in his video talking about swinging in a barrel. And I had a lot of trouble firing my hips way too quickly. And obviously as soon as you fire your hips too quickly, your club face is open, you're going to push it out that way. So just remaining static and hitting against your body, it does keep everything quite nice and still. And yeah, it gives you the ability to just throw the club down at the ball through impact.
All right, let's see one of those.
Try.
Yeah, give it a go. Boy, that was compressed. Well struck. Hell of a shot. Hell of a shot.
It's interesting to note also going through the feels of the push and the pull. As soon as you start throwing the club, you pretty much gain like, well, for instance, I was hitting my pitching weight max kind of 115 meters when I was pulling it, and now through pushing and really hitting that ball, I've gained 15 meters on that club alone.
That's fantastic. Well done, man. So to finish off, the source of failure in golf instruction lies in this body first, body pulls the hands, body controls the hands orientation. This orientation is inconsistent with all other sports or activities involving the use of hands.
Yeah.
Well, that's just phenomenal.
100%.
I think that to end off on that point where, to be honest, there's more information written about the golf swing than all the other sports combined.
Yeah.
That's what it seems.
Yeah.
Because people become so fascinated with all the body movements and the mechanics of all those pieces that eventually they've forgotten how to hit the golf ball.
100%. And it just adds complexities, and I don't think it helps. And, you know, it's interesting. We see the likes of Rory McIlroy, like, they're freaks at the game. They're incredible. Some of the best in the world. You know, I was watching a video the other day, well, a couple months ago now, and his feel is firing his right hip towards the ball. And I came in and started having that feel, and I was firing it too early, which was leading to nothing but a slice. And I know that everyone's different, but I think taking advice to these people that have literally swung a golf club since we learnt how to throw balls is a little bit different to someone first picking up a golf club and learning the game.
Right.
And it's, you know, I don't think that feel, it certainly didn't help me. It made matters worse for a while before I got rid of it and went back and said, no, that's the wrong thing to do. I should not be firing my hips that early.
Good.
My hands should be that source. So
Nice.
it was
well
interesting that, and it's just understanding that all the information out there, like all the pros, you know, even Sergio Garcia, he's got a video about pulling down on a chain. And I remember talking to you about it, and you saying he was very close. It is a push, it is a hit, it is not a pull.
That's right. Interesting. Let's see, hit one more, if you would. Nice shot.